YouTube, Glow Yard Gang, everywhere else, podcast listeners as well. Welcome to the best damn combat review show on YouTube, and that is We Talk Combats. Here, I am King. I'm joined with my fellow co-hosts. I have BA. How are you today, bro?
What's happening? Just want to talk about it.
Oh man, let's get to it. What up, Queen Babe? I see you down there. How are you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good.
Good. Travis, bro, how you feeling today, bro? You ready to talk about some wrestling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Oh man, pause with you and your fingers in your mouth. Might be a hard. Oh,
I had to get my Dom Mysterio on.
I know. Wait till you see it again, though.
So
when you pose.
It's cool for Dom to do, but I can't do it though. That's what I'm talking about. See,
I understand. No, I understand exactly. I think we understand exactly what you were doing.
No. I see how it is. No.
All right, I'm just telling you. When you watch that replay, you gonna be like, oh man, it paused at the wrong moment. But if you could, before we start here, guys, I'm sorry we got a little sidetracked. Hit that subscribe button if you new. It's somewhere near BA's left shoulder down there. Also, hit that like button and notification bell so you could be in tune when we drop another episode anytime, any Sunday. We do this every Sunday around 3 p.m. Sorry, we're a little late today. But also, while you're at it, do us another favor. Follow We Talk Combat Clips, where we have all the condensed versions and shorts of our shows. So anytime after the show, if you didn't catch a show or if you just want to, get some shorts of what was the major points, check us out over there. We're trying to get to the same subscriber count as we have over here. We're close to 100. Our subscriber goal is 500 for our first one here. We're trying to get to 500 over there as well. So if you can help us on either one of these channels, that'd be big time. But oh man, I left the daggone show. So this is going to be weird, but let's get to the highs and lows, because when I left out, it got rid of all my stuff I had down in the bottom. But let's get to the highs and lows. I'm a freestyle this show. Let's do it. All right. Up first, we had Raw this week. Another Raw. We'll go across the room, though, real quick. If you don't know how we do with this highs and lows, we go across the room. We give our highs and lows, not really a full review of the show, and then also give us a letter grade of the show. So I'll start with you, Queen Babe. What were your highs and lows of this week's Raw, if you remember anything? And also, what's your letter grade?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was in process of looking up stuff because it was so unnoteworthy. So I'm just trying to remember things that had happened. I know the big thing was the Fatal 4-Way was, that they were pushing this week. But yeah, everything's really been about the Vision, which has kind of been a late kind of creation. Now, not late in terms of the group, but now that they have a name, so it's kind of not really drawing the attention that they want to draw. We got all these El Grandes, that's a thing. Okay, that's a thing. I think Io Sky lost this week too, didn't she? I feel like
I don't think that she even wrestled. Did she? Did she end up wrestling somebody? Who she wrestled?
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh yeah, you're right. It did.
That was her and Becky, right?
You're right. It ended up being the switch thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Oh, well, I want to stay on Raw, but yeah, I'm tired of the Sami Zayn push that they're doing right now, because he is just so mid. He's just, every time they throw him out, it's kind of lackluster, and they're throwing him in involvement with the My Family Tree thing, I guess, to give him a little bit more of a story, but it's kind of killing Solo's story right now. So I don't really like that. Is that the Sami Zayn thing is definitely this whole My Family Tree story that they got going on. But it was really just a midweek. And I know that there were kind of build-ups to the Triple Mania this weekend. So I'm gonna give it an F, because F for failure, because I feel like it was a failure. None of it was interesting or engaging this week. And yeah, boo. That's all I got to say.
All right. So that's an F from Queen. Travis, what's your highs and lows of this week's Raw, and what's your overall letter grade?
For this week, it's C minus. Only because I gave it a C minus because, for my fellow Night Riders, my boy made an appearance again. LA Knight made an appearance. I think I might know who the extra El Grande Americanos are. Y'all remember New Cash Republic?
They all know, ain't like Tyler Bate.
I'm thinking they the extra. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but one person's out, but we got 4 right now. Because remember, what's his face is out for his injury, the original El Grande, but we got 4
got
right
3
now.
of
So
them.
there is an
Yeah.
extra. No, I thought there was an extra person.
No, it's 4, but 3 of them are there right now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, all right, then I understand. There's 3 right now that we're seeing. I thought I saw 4, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Travis.
Yeah, that is them. Also, like the only thing that was really interesting was just the fate, like Queen said, the fatal 4-way match. That was the only thing that's interesting, really. But it's this week for Raw. It's just not really for me for anything to talk about, really. Like it was just boring, like overall boring.
So what you gonna give it? What letter you said?
That's it.
What you
I
say?
said C minus.
Give it a
C
D.
minus.
Pause.
A D. Okay. So we got an F and a D.
Yeah.
BA. What's your highs and lows for this week's Raw, bro? And what's your overall letter grade?
Whew, look, they not alone. Like this has been a bad week for WWE, especially their flagship programming. Oh yeah. So with that being said, CM Punk came out. That was cool. The Dominic Mysterio joint. I mean, anytime I got Dominic Mysterio in some type of headline that's actually wrestling, he usually performs very well. Shout out to AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. So they're just entertaining what they're doing right now. So they're probably carrying most first halves of every show that they're on, because they're never going to like close out shows or anything like that. But it keeps you entertained for that first hour. Sami Zayn and Rusev. I mean, we understood what was going on, but shout out to Solo saying you should have stayed on Raw. That was actually pretty funny. As Sammy got his ass kicked, but I was actually looking forward towards the end when Sheamus came out. Like I enjoy this little rivalry that's going on. Sometimes it's a low, but this time it was like, all right, he gave Sammy his word. I'm gonna come out after the match. I'm not gonna interfere with anything. And then as soon as that DQ rang, here he come. So that was actually pretty funny. I enjoyed that part of it. We understand the switcheroo for those that don't know. Naomi was supposed to fight Io Sky, and apparently she's having some medical issues. I think that we still don't know about the reasons behind it, although a lot of people have their predictions.
She's going to address the crowd on Monday.
Cool. So what they did was they just subbed in Roxanne Perez for that, and you're starting to see some. She definitely is a subber, but she getting her work in. But you're starting to see EO and with Asuka, Asuka. I'm trying to think of the team name. That's what's throwing me up.
Kabuki Warriors.
Kabuki Warriors. There we go. We're starting to see some rumblers between them, and if I can get Asuka and EO in a fight, in a series of fights, I think that'd be highly entertaining, and it gives EO to do something that's when she's not chasing or having a belt. So I like that angle. I like that little breadcrumb they're dropping for that. Not really worried about Becky and Maxine. That was trash. And the ending was pretty. I think it was pretty obvious that how they was going to end it once everybody started to fight. And then now it's like a cheap way out instead of actually building these individual guys. The LA Knights, the Braun Breakers against Reed, for the championship with Seth, LA Knight, CM Punk, and Jay. Like you're supposed to build these rivalries like in individual, not just have them all fight each other. I didn't like that. So I think that's a cheap way out, and we're just going to continue to watch that and see how that develops. But luckily, it's for Clash in the Paris. So once that's done, we'll see the next step in that. But this whole thing could be planned out a lot better than just, all right, all 4 y'all fight. Wait a second. We can do so much more, and we can build towards more individual fights. But that's where we have that. Overall letter grade.
It felt right.
D. Pause. D plus, because the other one's going to get something worse. So let's give this a little bit. Let's give it a D plus for this.
Nice. So we got an F, a D. Travis, you gave it a straight D, right? Pause. And BA gave it a D plus. Okay. I'm going to side with Queen on this one, and I'm gonna give this show an F. Bro, let me start off with this. I don't like dog in WWE. Like I genuinely, I've known Travis all of his life, and I've known BA for over 20 years now. And they both can tell you I've loved wrestling. I have tattoos of the belt and all in my underarm, all kind of stuff. Like I've been a huge wrestling fan for most of my life. I hate this product right now, man. I don't enjoy watching the WWE. I really don't. I've tried to come back and had a little moment. This it's the same thing over and over again. Like if this was any other show, if I was watching, What Ifs or the whatever, or the animated show, or if I was watching anything else, Dexter, anything else, and they kept showing me the same thing over and over again, I'd be like, man, this shit should get canceled. Let's move on and all. This show is awful. The WWE is giving us no substance. The rivalries mean nothing. They just move it along to get to a next PLE. We now lost Naomi. Congratulations to her if it is pregnancy and all that stuff, but she's one of the high points, especially in not just the women's roster, but the roster in general, especially on Raw.
Bringing a lot of people back.
Yeah, and if she's gone for a second, then I mean she's gone. Io Sky and Asuka, it's gonna be awesome to see them go at each other. Like that's gonna be entertaining just based off of their history, like the in-ring work. But I mean, if they got to cut promos against each other, do you really want to hear that? No. That's going to be that's going to be horrible television if I got to watch them cut promos against each other. So it's going to be awesome as far as the wrestling and ring stuff, but it was supposed to be a long drawn out thing. Now with Naomi leaving, they got to speed that up. So you're going to be dealing with that type of stuff. The Punk Jey Uso. Oh, let me side because you talked about Sami Zayn. Somebody explain to me why the hell did Sami Zayn just, what was it, 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, talk to Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman told Sami Zayn, hey, you know what? Don't be involved. We'll get you over to SmackDown. You'll get a WWE Undisputed Heavyweight Championship match. Sami Zayn denied it, went all that stuff, said, I don't want to do that, to now being on SmackDown, wanting the U.S. Championship. Tell me how this makes sense, man. Nothing about this show makes sense. Triple H does.
It feels like sometimes they throw the names at the wall. They write whoever's available that week, and then they do the match.
Yeah, they just find a way. Like, let's find out how to involve in the day.
They literally probably do a dry erase board. That's how I feel like.
It made no sense. This Sami Zayn stuff is boring. His character hasn't changed. It's no difference. Like everything just doesn't make sense.
We don't know what he's fighting for. I think that's what they don't understand.
He's fighting to lose.
What he's fighting for.
He's fighting to lose. He's fighting to lose.
Story. Like,
he's
what
fighting
is he fighting
to lose.
for? Why is he fighting for? At least with Drew McIntyre is trying to start establishing something like I was the forgotten guy. Come back and remember me.
Sami Zayn is fighting to lose, Queen.
Garbage.
He fights to lose. That's it. That's all he fights for. You bring him here, and
he a jobber to the 1,000th. I
really want to get to his thing with the whole SmackDown. I'm gonna leave it alone for right now because I got to get there. But I'm trying to stay on it. Let me stay on the show. Nothing is entertaining in this show. I'm sorry. I don't want to bash it, but it's like nothing I enjoy. No Roman Reigns, no Naomi. They probably were the two main things I love about Raw right now. You CM Punk and Jay and all that stuff. That's a filler. They're not beating Seth Rollins. Come on, LA Knight. I told you, Travis, like shout out to him being in the main event, but do you really just want him in the main event? Do you want him to be Sami Zayn or do you want him to be a champion? And it looks like he's going to be another Sami Zayn. So
I actually wanted to win some matches.
Exactly. And it looks like he's going to be another Sami Zayn. So that's not what you really want him to be. You want him to be put over. And so I'm going to give it an F, bro. Like, it was nothing about this show again. It's trash. This is trash. This is really trash product in general. I really, AEW, man, come save us. This is how I feel right now. Just come save us. At least there's competition. And I don't even watch AEW, but just do something. But, all right, let's move on. We had another show this week, on the fly, SmackDown. Let's go around the opposite way this time. Let's start with you, BA, bro. What were your highs and lows of SmackDown this week, and then give us your overall letter grade of SmackDown this Friday.
All right. Muted.
Nagi.
Okay, good.
I can hear you.
So we can hear you.
This was the F for me. This was how do you make Raw a little bit better by making SmackDown worse? Shout out to Saying the Street Profits. Shout out to them winning. And this is going to be the reason why. real quick segue. Is there any black representation on Raw? Just real quick. Besides Naomi.
Yeah, basically
Okay.
you said
Understood.
it. Yeah.
Understood.
I can't think of a
that
black
was
man.
Like a male?
Just no. I think he's just talking about in general. There's no black
Damien
people in
Priest, I
Raw
don't
other
think
than
regards
Naomi.
himself as black either. I think he considers himself Hispanic.
Who? Who'd you say? Queen?
I said Damien Priest like the only other person, but I think
Damien Priest.
Black.
Yeah,
his mom black. Like I didn't do my homework on him.
Yeah, and he on SmackDown now. He's not even Raw.
But he on SmackDown.
Okay, so then then nobody.
Okay. Understood. I just wanted to play one of those things when you're going through like, hold up, okay. So shout out for Street Profits for actually showing up and winning the match. And once again, they're going to perform well. DIY performs well. Shout out to them too. Like they're not boring in the ring. It's just there's no storyline around them. It's just okay, they're fighting. Like what's going on? So
we need individual, not to cut you off. They need individual characterizations, bro. You know, like in movies and all, when you got to take the camera and follow one character and say, "Hey, wow,
those midpoint television points are important. The in between stories, like Dominic and the chicken nuggets thing. That's a storyline.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's that simple. That's a storyline. Okay, and we got to watch that for like 3 weeks of the chicken nuggets things, and the girls bring them chicken nuggets. It's not hard to make a story and stick with it. Just make a good one.
That's all facts. And then I think one of the stories that they're taking too long is the Alexa Bliss in Charlotte. Like that was good, but now I've seen this story. You can now share some of that light to somebody else. Matter of fact, they keep showing Tiff in the background. I don't even think she wrestles anymore. Besides pay-per-views, and then that's a champion, but she's not doing anything but having like 2 seconds. I don't necessarily need to see Tiff. This is not a Tiff segment, although Jay was with her on that segment. It was this Julia representative, this other chick that's coming out of nowhere just doing the interviews. Where the hell is Julia? I don't necessarily want to see Julia, but that's your mid-level champion. She should be in a fight. She should be fighting somebody or something going on. Dude, I don't even see her. I don't see Julia. Zelina Vega, although I used to talk trash about, I actually miss her sometimes because she was actually performing on a regular basis. She's gone. I don't even see her anymore.
Where your tag team champions?
They have a tag team champion.
They're awesome, but they're not. The girls.
I'm saying where are your tag team champions? Where are your men tag team champions? Where are they?
We don't know.
Oh, they in the
background. They on the show?
Looking.
Yeah, the Lord Mama's backstage. But it wasn't like all of them.
But then we have another tag match.
Oh, go ahead.
Right? No, you're good. We have another tag match with. Oh my God, guys! I see what they're doing with Melo and him and Miz. It's clearly they're going to get a title shot. That's going to be around the corner. They're performing. Melo is a great performer. He's a great backstage guy too. He can perform, do promos and all that. They don't even let him talk anymore. Like he gets 2 words, and now the Miz says, "Hold on, we're going to do this. We're going to do that." So yes, I see I see the end here. I see them fighting each other. Okay, Miz might put him over. Whatever. After he does that, then what? Like let's just fast forward. Once Melo beats Miz, he should beat Miz. Then what? Does he go for a title shot? Then I don't know. That's frustrating. So that's like 4 weeks of them fighting each other. Another month. Then probably another month and a half. Knowing how long Miz can kind of extend the storyline. It's like, yo, when am I getting my dude in a meaningful match? I don't see it happening no time soon. So that's add to the frustration. Drew McIntyre, cool. Doesn't perform. He does his promo. He's damn near a fan favorite. Like I love to see Drew fight. He performs. He's a great WWE superstar. King, you was talking about earlier on the group chat. Like he's phenomenal. And just to see him lose to Cody. Now if they switch it up and make him win, I'd be like, whoa, what are they doing? But at the end of the day, he's going to lose to Cody. It's not even fair at this point. And then the 6-man joint. I think y'all get to talk clearly, but I think we all won't be on the same accord of this. I love Solo. I love when he's doing his promos and things like that. But he's trash in the ring, and MFT, I think that's starting to get played out already. And then Sami Zayn comes out of nowhere, and that he started. Yeah, this is bad, guys. It's like they even trying to do a story. Like they're trying to do a story around Sami, but we've seen it already. It's not okay. So he's fighting the solo crew. Okay, I've seen different versions of this. So they switch it up. Why is he even on SmackDown? Why is he going for the U.S. title? You were just going for the world title. Now you're trying to. Somebody else, please go. Let's get set.
And F, Travis, what's your highs and lows this week SmackDown, bro? And what's your overall letter grade? Oh, is he frozen too? Travis, unmute yourself.
I think I'm probably freezing again, y'all.
There you go.
You are freezing, but we can hear you talk.
Okay, you can hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's just another trash week of wrestling. Like, I gave SmackDown basically an F, man. Like, when they gonna let Melo talk, man? Like, to do something with Melo, like, it was the perfect time. Like, when he came from out of nowhere and tried to at least get a United States Championship match. Or even when he commented on social media about Dom winning, and he said the whole, like, I'm next or something, like, kind of something like that. But SmackDown is an F. Like, it's funny. Like, I get it. Like, Solo being funny and all that stuff and his promos and everything like that. That's like the only thing that's good was with SmackDown. Like, I didn't really care for anything. Like, I didn't even have a favorite match for SmackDown. Or even going back to when we talked about Raw. Like it's just, like, whatever they're doing, it's just out there. Like, here, just take it.
Yeah, I agree. So you say you're giving it an F, Travis?
Like, giving it an F.
I know Queen not here, but I'm gonna just go ahead and go ahead. I'm sorry. You talk.
What's that? Just like giving us crap and trying to turn it into lemonade. Like,
pissing on your leg and telling you it's raining. But
exactly.
Yeah. But but I'm gonna give it an F as well. It's trash, man. I keep telling you guys again, I'm tired of ranting on these shows, but it's trash. I had the chance to watch SmackDown. I wasn't like sleep or anything like that. I turned it on for a second and I turned it off. I said, I don't want to watch this. It was like a quick second. I said, I can tell this is not gonna be entertaining. Nothing from what they're saying at the beginning when they give like the lineups, what we're gonna do tonight and all that. I was like, nah, bro, there's nothing I want to see on this show. Melo, hopefully he gets a push out of this, like you said, BA. Where does it go? Like, that's what I'm thinking about already. Once you beat The Miz, because The Miz is obviously a jobber now in a way. Once you beat The Miz, where do you go? Excuse me, what's your next step? Like, what would they do? And I don't think they have a plan for him after that. It's going to be, he'll get stagnant again. Just like when the last time R-Truth for Ron Killings wrestled. So, you feel me? He was in the back again. They showed him for a second, Aleister Black, just to get him involved. You never know, man. So I'm gonna give this an F. Drew McIntyre came out there, cut a promo. It would have been awesome if Drew was on a different tier. If I didn't just see Cody Rhodes destroy Super Cena, and if that happened, like I said, we talked about it in the group chat. They should have if they would have let Cody don't need the championship. I get tired of hearing this. Let me talk about that real quick. Shout out to WrestleLamia and all that stuff and other stations, Assemble. Wrestling, whatever it is, they talk about Cody had to get the belt back and it was the best thing and we knew it was going big. He shouldn't have got it back. I don't understand why y'all keep forcing this. Cody makes wrestling bad right now, being the champion. I'm sorry. If that's what you want me to say, I'm going to say it. Cody being the champion makes wrestling bad right now because Cody's whole character is nonsense. It was built on something basically of nepotism that was a forced nepotism on the screen that now is played off and now it's like he's gotten to his goal and it's nothing to show anymore. So I have the whole Cody thing. I don't get it. When he didn't have the belt for a second, it was entertaining as far as seeing John Cena and he see his segments and what was going to happen with him. You gave it back to Cody now, and now it's like, well, what are we watching wrestling for? Because I'm not watching it for Cody. Then, like you said, he's super now. You should have let Cena beat him. Cena could have kept it, beat him again, and you didn't have to give it to Cody, but you had to give it to him. And then you could have built up Drew McIntyre. With Cena actually building himself up for Cena like charge and all, it would have gave Drew McIntyre, even if he had to cheat or some way, would have gave him credence by giving him a victory over Cena, finding a way to beat that same Super Cena that beat Cody, and then Cody can still go at Drew McIntyre and all. His whole trying to run and get the title back from Drew and save the day. That could have been the push, but now you give Cody Rhodes the championship, and now what's going to happen? He beat Super Cena. I have, like BA says, 1% that Drew McIntyre might win. I say 0. There's no way in hell. And if they do let Drew McIntyre win, say he does win, then you just bury John Cena. If Drew McIntyre wins, it was to somehow beat Cody Rhodes, you bury John Cena. John Cena now was a has-been. He can't win without hitting people with the title and all that stuff because he's phony. So they're stuck in a situation, but they gave Cody the championship.
You choose your adventure when you're a kid. It's kind of like that, where you have the little lines that could lead to this outcome and this outcome. Yep, exactly. Like they kept choosing different lines that block off the inability to move a different way.
And it's like they could see. I could see the outcome, like my guy Ro always says. I make $2.15 an hour, and I can see the outcome. And these writers can't see what's going on. There's no buildup. It's too many PLEs. It's too much stuff to get money. It's just, bro, there's nothing every week. So when I was a kid, every week I'd be excited and ready to see The Rock. You feel me? Not even just on Raw, but maybe Raw or SmackDown. Like, you know what? This next week, I can't wait to see what he's going to do. I'm not even the biggest Austin fan, but when Austin and Booker T were wrestling each other, every Raw or SmackDown, hey man, let's see what Booker T and Austin get into and all. That don't happen anymore. You get your Sheamuses and Rusev just fighting because, so it has no storyline. It's just them two fighting. That's on Raw again. You get people. You get this. They showcase the wrong folks. Why are you like constantly again showcasing Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair? They're already established. They already have given credence supposedly to the tag team championship. Now you should give time to whoever their competitors is, whoever's going to challenge them, and you make them up to make them somebody. But instead, you want to keep showing us Alexa Bliss. You keep showing us Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, which is going to make people turn on them because it becomes boring and oversaturated. Paul Levesque, it's not that difficult. If you want folks, he chooses who wants to go up and who wants to go down, man. That's why I say
he just wants us to like them.
Solo Sikoa.
Like here, I showed you Rhea Ripley. You should like her.
Exactly.
BA, I'm a disagree with you on this one point. I don't think Solo Sikoa is bad in the ring. I don't get what Triple H is doing. When the last time he won a match? When has he won a match since being the U.S. champion? He's taking the L in every match he's been in since he's been the U.S. champion. Why would you do that to your U.S. champion? He's lost every match since he's won the championship. He's lost every match since then, except for the one against what's the name? The cage match where he got thrown out because Jacob did that whole thing or whatever. That he's lost every time it was a pinfall included. He's getting pinned every time. So why would you believe that your U.S. champion is strong? Why would you believe your U.S. champion is strong if the promoter is always booking him to take the L?
When I was a kid, I used to remember being on the bus with my friend Kevin because we were like the big ones that watched wrestling. And every week look forward to talking about
you can have Queen. I'm gonna let you. No. I'm not gonna say sorry. My grade is an F. The floor is yours, babe. Go ahead. You can say whatever you want to say.
I'm sorry. I didn't even know you were still grading. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Then that was definitely an F. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was still a grade. But what I was going to say is
She said, what I was going to say is mute. I'm going to try. We give her a second before I move on because I think that was like right on time.
You know, to fill up the dead air, it's like what pisses me off.
It was like a 25-minute ride about what was going to happen this week on wrestling. So it was like Monday, we were like, all right, well, blah, blah, blah happened, so-and-so happened, and now we know on Friday this is probably going to happen based off of what we saw. You can't really estimate the fights that are happening anymore because they're so random and they don't make sense.
Nope.
They're just really throwing people together because of who has what titles right now, not based off of anything else. And that's like you were saying with the Carmelo thing. Like I went out during that too. Is the fact that I understand that Miz's point is that he's an ultimate jobber. He's the jobber supervisor basically at this point. Like he's the one that all the jobbers check into. Okay, so I understand that they're putting him with them with the point of putting him over, but at the same time, it's like you're not making their promos or their times on the screen worth watching for us to care if he gets over. It's the buildup. We're supposed to care and cheer on Melo the whole time. Be like, yes, it's almost in. Oh, they're about to turn against each other. Yes, but it's like I don't even care because it doesn't feel natural. It just doesn't flow. Nothing flows on the show. That's what it is.
See if this makes sense to you, Queen. It's like he has his favorites, right? Like you know who his favorites are, and then when his favorites aren't able to wrestle, he just throws people out there and says for a cheap pop.
Yes,
like I know this person will get.
Oh crap!
I
My
need
original
something
plans
right now.
up.
Here's a cheap pop for you guys right now. It makes no sense. Here's Randy Orton with Jelly Roll. What the hell? Yeah, you guys want to see Randy Orton, don't you? Not with Jelly Roll. But here you go, just for a cheap pop real quick. Oh, you're still trying to build Braun Breaker in them. Well, how about Melo? He used to beat Braun Breaker in NXT. No. You want Melo real quick? Here you go with the Miz real quick, but I'm gonna steal your attention still for Braun Breaker because he's the guy and all that stuff. I don't get. Vince McMahon was about money at the end of the day. No matter how you loved him or you hated him, he did a bunch of dirty stuff, but he was always about money and business first. That's why Sable came back. That's why Brock Lesnar came back, because he's always about whatever is the best for business. Triple H don't care about what's best for business. He has his favorites, and he's stubborn as hell, and he stays on them. Yeah. Yes. That's the thing with Triple H. But go ahead, babe. What's your overall grade for the show? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry because I kept getting dipped in and out. But I was actually going to give this a D only because, as you just said, a lot of the stuff was at least slightly more interesting, and I got to see Melo. But I know that this week too was a lead up to the Triple Mania that I didn't even remember was going to happen on a Saturday, which is another PLE that we didn't even know was happening. But yeah, definitely. I only give it a D because Raw was so weak as well. Yeah, because Raw was so weak. This was slightly more interesting when I watched the recap.
Like I say, I gave both of them an F, but what was that? Travis, you gave it a D. You give it a D minus. What you give the show, Travis? You give it an F. You get SmackDown an F, right?
I think you did. I know I gave it an F.
Jeez, you said yes. You gave it an F.
We can't hear you, Travis.
What do you mean a thumbs?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Travis. We can't hear you. I don't know what happens to your mic.
Yeah,
I can't hear you. Not at all.
Yeah, I gave it.
But I think you gave it an F. Okay, there you go. Geez, your mic was muted. BA, you gave it an F too, right?
I gave it an F.
Correct.
I gave it an F, and Quinn gave it a D minus.
Y'all can't hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now.
We can hear you now.
We can hear you now. Yes, we can hear you now. We could not hear you a minute ago.
I gave it
an F.
Real quick.
I think he's behind, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I wanted to get this out, boss. It's like the fact that this goes on Triple H 100%. Paul, this is criminal at this point. Miz was off doing his American Gladiators thing. Shout out to him. Mm-hmm. He's doing business. Cool. You didn't do anything with Carmelo that whole entire time. You made him wait until the Miz got back. That's terrible, bro. Like that's like when that thought process came across, I said, yo, he didn't do anything with Melo, but just like one scene that I remember. Yeah. I was like, you just let him sit.
Y'all don't even have to be fans of this team, right? So when Fraxium first came into on the SmackDown, whatever, got called up, they were beating people, right? They got a tag team championship opportunity and all that real quickly. You think Fraxium ever win a championship now? Or they stuck in jobber mode from what you see now? Like they're stuck. This is what Paul does, bro. He just gets his guys and says, you're there.
Why they get stuck?
Because Paul had no decision for them. They wanted the Wyatts instead.
No, it was something before that.
What, Street Profits? Well, he wasn't giving them any matches and all that?
Ray Phoenix.
You're right, Ray Phoenix. And then hold on. Where's Ray Phoenix and Andrade?
Where are they right now?
Why aren't they on the show?
He does not know how to maneuver hotness from point A to point B. That whole thing was supposed to be a nice train of just different highlights and different momentums. No, he just rides one out. Okay, this person hot. Or we just want to cut you off all
cut it and then go back to what I want the next week. Yeah, it's like, bro, that's hot.
Jesus.
Bro, he had R-Truth hot. R-Truth was getting millions, was the most popular dude that was being seen.
Cut.
Jack, bro, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right to the next person.
What's wrong with this dude, man?
He doesn't ride. He doesn't ride any waves, Paul. It's no wave ride. It's no surfboard, and it's just up. That I'm gonna slice this. This is over. Go to the next person. Why not? Where's the transition? Where's the flow? There's no flow.
Bro, he trash, but man, let's just keep moving on. Shout out to Who Travis for that concept from highs and lows.
Fanatics.
Okay.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem when your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
If you're interested in helping the channel, please follow or go to Fanatics, use that link, or scan the QR code, go to Fanatics, get any type of WWE apparel, title belts, any sports apparel in general that you may like, anything that you might be buying for yourself or someone else. Use our link, help the channel out, and we appreciate y'all for that. Let's get to the wrestling too. All right, y'all. We had I guess AAA's. This is their main PLE. Like, it is PLEs now, I guess, since they're no, but it isn't PLEs because it's on YouTube. So what is their main event? Let's just call it that for the year or whatever. Like WrestleMania, AAA's is Triple Mania. Triple Mania 33. They just had this yesterday, to be exact. I'm gonna go around the room real quick. You guys give just how did you feel about the show in general? You don't gotta give an overall grade and all that stuff. Just let me know how you felt about the show. And if you feel like now seeing two major events so far with AAA from WWE since the acquisition, how do you feel about the acquisition so far? Are you impressed by it? Are you happy? Or how do you feel exactly?
I'm
Travis?
happy with it.
All right.
I like it. I mean, this show that came on last night, it wasn't better than Worlds Collide, but I still, kind of rock with it. I mean, it had some highs and some lows. What's that? Like Corey done a good job on the commentating, but I need Conan to like kind of like
Conan
speed it up more or something like that, because it's like you know how Corey Graves be excited and all that stuff. He's like, yeah, he did this, and here goes Conan. Yeah, like, dude, like make me feel excited, like to watch the match. Like, and I understand that these guys are good peoples basically and all that stuff, but I don't feel the excitement from out of Conan. JBL, I don't know why he was out there for real. Like, he was just basically just a seat filler for real. But,
he was iced.
He was iced, right? But
this like what he was before, wasn't
he? Ice, yeah. Dom got the biggest pop. I don't understand how he didn't win. I don't understand how you booed your main champion. Shout out the Natty. She actually brought out the blood sport gear that she's been wearing to her blood sport matches. But I mean, I can't give it a grade, but I liked it. I'm kind of excited to see the next Worlds Collide. I guess in September. But it was overall a decent show, but it wasn't better than the actual first Collides.
Is that their only show before I move on? Is that like is Worlds Collide like their events like, until they get to Triple Mania? Is that their PLEs, World Collide every like couple months or whatever? Okay. All right, Queen, let's get to you, babe.
So. I don't know.
What were your overall opinions on this Triple Mania 33 show? Oh, she frozen. Well, let's go to you, BA.
So this was entertaining, man. Like I like what they're doing here. I honestly, this might be one of the benefits of ESPN kind of taking over a little bit. Maybe they can have a channel, like I said, just just for wrestling, right? Just out the 20 channels they got, just one. I go right to it. Boom. I can see people like Triple Mania and Worlds Collide and just all the wrestlers that they have, because that's the problem. I'm trying to get invested in them. I'm seeing them every few months, so I would like to be more invested in some of their characters. But with that being said, one, I don't want another black person to win any type of battle royal that doesn't have any significant meaning on a championship. Period. I'm tired of us winning these little rumbles and then nothing comes of it. So I don't know if something comes from it, but I'm quite sure my man Omar is not going to get any type of championship from this. But it was entertaining nonetheless. So this is the entertaining part of it, right? Him with the micro dude, right? So that was fun. That was fun to watch. And the way he eliminated Homeboy, great spot. Dom, like Travis, you know, Dom is extremely over when it comes to his people.
Not just his people.
I'm talking about yes. When he's on WWE, you know, he's over.
Yeah.
But when he's in this environment,
yes,
he is head honcho number one. And it's like how long before you do something more with it? We already know how that's going to go. But the fact that AJ Styles came out to continue that storyline, that's what I want to see. I can't complain of something that I wanted to see. AJ Styles came out and messed him up from getting the championship, and now we can continue that storyline. I'm okay with that. And just the little matches in between Judgment Day when Finn brought out the shout out to JBL, the Dominicana or whatever he called it,
the Mito, the Demonito, or what is it called? Demito? Demito. I think it's Demito or whatever.
It was entertaining, and Finn went with it a little bit too. So I was okay with that. It was just this brought out wrestling and the entertainment side of people that I do not relate to. So I'm okay with that. So I'm not gonna give it no grade enough, but it was fun to watch highlights of. Yes,
I agree. Queen, you there, or you still frozen before I go on? Okay, what's your opinion of the show?
I actually really like the Triple Mania. As I said, I like that with the last PLA they did that had to do with AAA as well. Mm-hmm. Always what I think is that you see the difference between the cultures, and that again, because there's not a whole lot of talking a lot of times with luchadors, it's all about the performance. So I felt like everybody there brought their A game. They were all interesting to watch. Some of them were hilarious. Some of them I probably wouldn't normally politically correctly watch them, some of the people. But at the end of the day, I felt like it was a good display of not only our Latino and Hispanic talent that we have on SmackDown and Raw, but also everybody that's over in AAA. I did feel like there were two things that were so random that I feel like I can't leave without bringing them up. So one, we had I don't remember his name, Mr. Hamburguesa. That dude was hilarious. Like, he might be like my favorite personality ever besides Mr. Iguana. Like, they're just hilarious. They put on a good show. They made it funny to watch. He gave Finn Balor a hamburger at some point. Like, it was hilarious. It was worth watching. Like, and you laughed. Like, you know what I mean? It's just the whole point. You laughed when you watched it. You were engaged. You wanted to see what silly stuff was going to happen. And they were still doing good wrestling, too. So it shows you that you don't have to absolve, like, you don't have to avoid putting on a good show in the ring and without.
But she's spot on. She's spot on.
Yes, she is.
You do both. You don't got to have the fallout story lines and still perform and provide entertainment. Spot on.
I'm gonna compare this to something else. I was watching the other day. You know the Savannah Bananas, that little baseball thing.
Yep.
They had Camden Yards packed. Meaning like
sold
the
out.
whole place was sold out from Camden Yards.
That cheeseburger.
Oh no, Travis behind. Hold on, Travis. But the whole place was packed though, as far as just completely packed. So with that, I'm able to say, like, the Oreos, people will go watch baseball. That's what it basically shows me. Like,
baseball. Yes,
it's basically up to the product that you put out. to make people come and go watch the baseball, right? Like,
Yeah.
so that's because Savannah, they didn't have their stuff on TV and all for that long and all. Like, people didn't really, but they still went there and sold it out. Okay. And baseball not an expensive sport, just in general. So I say all that to come back to this. A lot of these folks, I do not understand what they're saying. I'm not big on Spanish and all. I wish I knew more Spanish. I actually flunked Spanish in middle school and had to take it over. But as far as that, like I'm not a big Spanish guy at all. I don't know what they're doing. And with all that being said, though, they are entertaining as hell, bro. Like, I don't even know, like you said, a bunch of the characters. They're new characters I see every show now. And I'm like, who is this person? I have no clue, but they're entertaining as hell. The audience, the way they interact with the people, just everything. This to me is like an animated show. You know how you have like the movie version of something, then you get an animated version of some shows and all that stuff. This is like just fun. This is animated like fun. They don't take everything seriously. Sometimes you can remember that wrestling is a show, an entertainment. It's like a circus in a way. I don't want to be disrespectful, call them a sideshow, but it is kind of that. It's a show in a way. It's entertaining. Go out there and entertain folks. It shouldn't take a whole bunch of this and that. And I feel like, well, Triple H, you need to understand. You see stuff like this. Like you took this acquisition. Take some of what you see from them, but I don't think he sees this stuff as a learning process. I think he sees it as I'm a body with this competition. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's just have them in our back pocket so we can grab other people and all that. When it's like, why don't you learn from them guys and all? But I don't get it, man. I knew why they didn't. I didn't like the AJ Styles thing. I want that storyline to be done. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't want, but I understand why Dom didn't win the title, because I don't think that Triple H is trying to put these people over, if that makes sense. So Otis was strong in the Battle Royale, right? What Battle Royale on Raw SmackDown was Otis look strong in? Even though he a big dude. None. You're right, but he looked strong in that one. You feel what I'm saying? Because Triple H is trying to let you know this is the levels of stuff. They're more on a TNA NXT level to Triple H as far as them being a WWE and all that. So I don't think they wanted Dominic to do that, because I think they got bigger things planned for Dom and all. Shout out to El Grande Americana being huge over there. They have a dilemma with them two now once Chad Gable returns. So I guess somebody's going to be a face and maybe have a face versus heel, El Grande, Undertaker versus Undertaker thing. But I don't want Chad Gable to get lost in that, because Chad Gable was a beast. Natty, shout out to Natty. She might have another gear to go to. She could do something with this whole Natty instead of Natalia thing where she's going off like her strikes and all. Shout out to her working in the dungeon. You could tell she worked in the dungeon. Shout out to Stu and them. Mr. Iguana, hilarious. Him and Finn Balor. Travis, they're working up to the Finn Balor. What is it? The Demon returning. Just to let you know, I know you're not a big fan of Finn Balor and all, but the Demon going to return soon, and I hope Triple H uses him right, but I doubt that. But actually, Finn Balor was one of Triple H's guys though in NXT and all that, so maybe he might have a plan with Finn Balor. But yeah, that's my overall. It wasn't as good, like you said, as Worlds Collide, but this was still way better than a lot of stuff WWE puts out. So I would be fine watching this. You're going to have your WrestleManias, you're going to have your greatest shows sometimes, and then you can have some regular shows. That's my thing with WWE right now. Where are the regular shows? This is just good. It doesn't have to be the greatest in the world and all that stuff. Just give me good shows. I'm like, this is fine. This is okay. I would spend money to watch this, but we're not getting it. So that's my overall with that. My overall opinion of AAA. I'm fine. I'm entertained. I follow them on YouTube and all that. Like, I'm trying to learn as much as I can, but I know they don't do the commentating in English. I don't believe so, except for the main events and all that. So yeah, I'm trying though. I'm enjoying it. Yes, but let's also, while we added y'all, I had something I wanted.
Wish it came on a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I do. The last one did though. I don't know why this one was so late, but let's flip something real quick. I want to talk about this. First and foremost, shout out to Trick Williams. They had TNA had emergence this weekend, and Trick Williams kept the TNA World Championship, the Trick-NA World Championship. But I just want to talk a couple things. First of all, Trick Williams, as you see there, brother. We also have my guy here, Oba Femi, NXT World Champion for over 200-something days, going on a year's pretty soon. We also have maybe the most athletic guy in the WWE in general, and Javon Evans right here. And I just wanted to know how you guys feel about this, because I'm like, why aren't these guys up on the main roster? Would this affect Triple H's plans if he does bring them up to the main roster? Because I say that to you, or ask you that question, because I watched this match, and shout out to Travis for letting me know about this because he told me about it and I had to watch it. But this 8-man tag team match, I'm gonna tell you this, y'all, and I don't want to make it about color. I know it's a lot about color on this channel because we're black people on the show, but I was in awe. I was amazed, man, by this. I felt like a little kid, as Queen told me, watching this because there were 9 people in this ring for an NXT main event. There were 9 people in this ring. One guy in that ring was white or not of African American descent. I've never seen something like that before. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like this. So for me to see that was like, wow, it can happen. It just doesn't happen where it needs to happen at. So what is your guys' overall opinion on just the representation down in NXT? And what do you think, they need to do with these guys as far as bringing them up? And what do you think they're going to do? Go ahead. You want to start, BA?
Yeah, this is tough. Because you want to see these guys get promoted to the big show. You want them to get paid at the end of the day, right? Like that's a significant pay increase and all those things, exposure, stadium events instead of what they wrestle in. So it's like, like they need to be brought up. But then once you realize who you're handing them off to, it's like, oh snap, I can't have all 3 of these dudes. And shout out to Moose. He represents TNA in this particular clip, and he's the one that lost to Trick Williams. But yeah, when you hand them over to Paul, you might get a whole bunch of more Carmelos, and that's when people hear us talk, right, and they're trying to understand what's our plight, what are we arguing for, what is our base, what are we based on? It's you see Braun Breaker in the rocket, Paul, that he's on right now, like he's goated already, and he's not even like. He didn't even earn anything. Like he's still going through the ranks, but you can see where his finish line is going to be. Roman even called it out for him. But you remember, him and Melo, one had great matches, but Melo was getting the better of him. Melo can out-talk him. Melo can outperform him. And it's like, okay, Melo's on one side, he's on the other as a SmackDown and Raw. But where's Melo's rocket? Where's Melo's
push to the top?
Push to the top. He doesn't get that. And it's like, damn. So you feel like deflated. And it's like, okay, that's one aspect. I don't want to feel deflated times 3. I don't want to see and Javon out of the other 2. Javon has a limited time of the aerial the aerial things that he does. His speech that he does. Like that's a limited time thing. I know Jeff Hardy. Shout out to Jeff Hardy. He's still kind of doing it, but he ain't the same Jeff Hardy as he was 20
he ain't the same.
Ago.
Iggy Swanton Bonds, but he ain't smooth
at all. So those things have an effect. So I want to see Javon on the main roster now, so I can take advantage. I don't want to take advantage of it, but I can see him at his prime. I can see the things that he can do on a stadium event. Imagine SummerSlam when it's outside and he doing some of those.
Imagine Money in the Bank. Imagine
Money in the Bank. All those things. Like this that he has to waste these bumps. These injuries in NXT.
And
right?
didn't he crack ribs already?
Yeah, he's
on a bump, I think. Yes. That's crazy.
Jaw broke.
And then you want to go with,
he got his jaw broke.
We slide over to Trick. And Trick, man, Trick is it. If you look at the best of comparing to Booker T, because Booker, that's the one that he took underneath his win. When you compare the best of King Booker and Booker T, that is starting to be Trick. Trick is combining all those things into his own lane, and he's being phenomenal right now. And we're waiting on him. And once you give him a storyline, he can sell it. He outsold Joe Hendry in AAA. I don't think people understand the significance that the rocket that Joe was on, and he outperformed Joe.
Bro.
That's
this dude is an indie legend. And he hasn't even been in the indies. Like he's NXT, TNA champion. He's an indie legend without even being in the indies. He's 6'4". Like, I don't. it would change everything if he's on the main brand because the way he would look, Paul would have to like not put him on TV. You can't have Trick Williams in the ring with Braun Breaker because he's gonna make Braun look smaller.
So also the other thing too I want to bring up is the fact of most of the men in wrestling are ugly. If you want to get more women to watch wrestling, you should get a bunch of attractive black men. That would probably be a good idea.
Paul don't.
Yeah, like, sorry, that at the end of the day, like we have our people we like because they're skills, and we have some people we like because visually they fit the idea of what we think is a wrestler. Like we can just admit that. There's some people that maybe didn't get a push because they don't fit that archetype.
Did you hear?
Yes, eye candy.
Do we have
if we gotta see women's butt cheeks? Come on.
Do we have to rewind to Triple H's and his promos against Booker T and what he was saying about our people and what we supposed to do? Do we need to rewind to that? That's how Triple H feel about what you should be. People like you, with your nappy hair. You know, people should be shining my shoes and all that. Taking one pedigree at WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, from what I saw, I actually looked at something the other day, and it was like 60 or it was like 70% of wrestling fans that actually buy merchandise are actually black people. By the way, like I just saw that on something.
So shout out to
black person was yes, it was an article that actually I guess is probably where he cited the information from. But yes, but it's the fact that we have so much of a buying power. And when I was watching NXT, and King can tell you, I haven't watched it ever. That was the first time I ever watched probably in my life. Okay, but what I saw in the audience were a lot of black people. A lot of black men and a lot of black men that were yelling, "Whoop that trick!" So that means that he has a following. Okay,
because the tickets are cheaper.
Nice following. Yeah, and obviously, I mean, the tickets are cheaper. We appreciate that too as well. But at least they're putting on a better show. I'm not paying $200 to get a mediocre show, though. At least I'm paying $60. What I saw. I think it was $60 each when I looked it up the other day for Philadelphia. So I'm paying $120 for a great show.
If you put the entertainer though. If The Rock was there, or like Trick Williams right now has the personality, he has the it factor. He's a 6'4", 240, 50-pound dude. He's in that same vein as Randy Orton when he was in his prime and all that look. That's the look that Trick Williams has. He's a black guy. He's a black guy with that's great on the right that'll just throw up like stuff out of nowhere. Like he can just talk when you say something to him. He'll just say something.
He can freestyle very well. Yeah, he's definitely a great freestyler. He's
great at that. He has long hair, the locks, and all that stuff. He can put his hair down. All that look and all that represents a guy that can be the face. He is the next like Rock and all that stuff. But I tell y'all, I really believe this.
I know it's prejudice. Prejudice be just ruining people's careers, man.
Comes to the main roster.
You're gonna see color.
What's going to happen when Trick Williams comes to the main roster? When he comes to the main roster, the Braun Breakers, the Bronson Reeds, all them guys, they have no charisma compared to a Trick Williams. When Trick Williams get down, they doing that whoop that trick, and he's coming down the ramp and all that stuff. Whoop that trick. What you mean as far as
in Triple H career? Who does that remind you of?
That was getting over? Who?
Yep. Triple H was supposed to win what? The King of the Ring, right? Austin took
that.
I'm not saying it's Austin. Who else came up with Austin, though?
The Rock instead of Triple H.
That's what all these figures young Rock.
He's mad at The Rock. Triple H don't like The Rock.
Triple H actually, at the end of the day,
The Rock took Triple H's spot. But The Rock took Triple H is more mad about The Rock taking his spot than he is about Austin taking his spot.
I know that wasn't shout out to Austin.
It's not supposed to be you. It wasn't supposed to be you.
Why is that? My thing is, why is that a problem though, BA? You know why that's a problem. That's what I'm saying. Why can Triple H understand why it's kayfabe and on you messed up and Austin got the run, but why are you mad that The Rock got his push? You tell me why. Okay. All right, we all know why. I don't think you got to say the answer. We all know why. The same reason why when the whole TKO thing was going on and on, they was blaming The Rock. I'm like, no, stop. You can't give Triple H all the credit and then blame Triple H and all. The Rock tried to do his storyline, which y'all all cheered for and loved, and they said they didn't want to do it, and The Rock walked away from it. I called that here first on this show. Said that Rock said, I do not.
Unreal.
Rock said, I do not want to be a part of this thing.
I had a good plan. And it was going to be awesome, but people make their choices, basically.
Between Triple H and his boy, Triple H and his boy, Cody Rhodes, had the nerve to tell The Rock no. Cody Rhodes.
Like, The Rock is more over than any of y'all will ever be in your life.
I don't
Like
understand.
the
That's what I'm saying. Bro, people got to get over this Cody Rhodes shit. I'm sorry. This dude ain't no even Shawn Michaels. Stop it. Stop it. For him to be out there disrespecting The Rock when I see all these things pop up on my screen, these old Royal Rumbles and these Stardust and shit, for him to be on there calling The Rock and telling The Rock he can't do something, you do whatever the hell The Rock tell you to do,
The Rock
bro.
should have said, "Suck my left nut."
Hold on, Queen. Hold on. Cody Rhodes failed in AEW. He went over there and bounced. He failed. Talking about he didn't want to be champion and all that. Cody Rhodes is trash. I'm sorry. I'm done with it, bro. His character is bullshit. He might be a good dude and all that stuff. He's a bullshit politician, and I'm gonna call it what it is.
That's why he
That's
wears
what
a
he
suit
looks
all the
like.
time.
That's why he needs to be bad. He's bull. He's not a championship material. He's not.
Yeah,
The same
he
way
needs to be
Vince
like
thought, the same way
a
Vince
heel
thought
anyways.
Dusty. The same way Vince thought Dusty wasn't championship material, and I don't think Dusty. I'm not a big Dusty Rhodes fan. Sorry for the old school guys to be like Dusty Rhodes. That mofo with he wore polka dots and all. That TNA shit with Ric Flair. No, I don't give a hell about that. I didn't care about that wrestling. I'm not a big Ric Flair fan. My guys are Brett and all that stuff. Brett would have ran circles around Dusty Rhodes. Brett and Shawn Michaels. I don't give a hell what none of y'all say. I know that. Don't care what era of Dusty Rhodes we talking about. They would run circles around him. Vince McMahon had an era. He had a look about him that he liked. I understood that. Cody Rhodes is shorter than 6 feet tall, less than 220 pounds, damn near. Why is he super? Why is he? It makes no sense. He should be the underdog. He should be somebody that's trying to have a story where you're trying to build it. Even a Daniel Bryan, a CM Punk, you made Cody Rhodes your damn superhero. When you got guys like Drew McIntyre is like damn near half a dude bigger than him. Pause. Randy Orton is like damn near half a dude bigger than him. Pause. Why the hell is Cody Rhodes super? Why?
We don't know. We don't believe it. Like every time we see Cody, we don't believe it. That's why he got slapped by Travis Scott.
Does he have the best physique in the industry? Does he have the best physique in the industry? We like, damn, he got the best physique. No. Does he have the best look in the industry? No. He got the best. He gets 3 times pyro with all that damn money and all. Triple H just looked on Unreal. I keep telling y'all, they talked on Unreal, and Cody Rhodes, when he said this one thing to me, I said, yo, Triple H is a clown. He said Triple H was calling me while I was over in ROH and all that stuff, saying the great match. Triple H had his eye on Cody Rhodes to bring that dude over here and do that shit the whole time. The whole time. This shit been fake for years, long-term booking. This dude been trying to have Cody Rhodes on the top for 20 years now. Been waiting for him. And now we sitting doing this stuff because this whole shit over and over again for Cody. Champion next week. I don't give the hell about Cody Rhodes. Who's going to beat Cody Rhodes is all we care about. Anybody up here, we care about who's going to beat Cody. Dead serious. We care when Cena beat him. We care now about who's going to beat him. I don't care about him beating wrestling Drew McIntyre now because there's nowhere near close to him to lose the championship. And I don't think Triple H would do that to his character. So it makes no sense for me to watch this shit. None at all. I'm sorry, bro. I'm done with this. I hate the WWE. And I loved it. This story, Triple H is trash. I don't. There's no other way to put it. He is trash as a booker. He is the worst. The worst. He's worse than Tony Khan. He's the worst, bro. He is horrible. That's it, man. I'm sorry about my rant. He is the worst, y'all. I've been holding this shit forever. Like he taught me this. Triple H is trash. He is a McMahon. He throws it in my face. Bro, I don't like you either. You want to look in my face at Trump and all that shit and tell me you don't like me? I don't like you either. I don't like you, and I will continue to put on the show that I don't like you. I don't like the way you book. I don't like the way you promote. You are shit. Vince don't like you. Nobody likes you, bro. You've been that weasel. You're the reason Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels is so much ahead in most people's eyes than Bret Hart because of you. Because of you. You decided one day to go kiss Shawn Michaels in his damn mouth because of you, bro. I'm done. Y'all go ahead and go do what you want to do. I'm done. I'm done with you, bro. You look at my body and all that shit, but look at your body now, bro. Look at your heart. When Scott Steiner said, hey, you guys need to go ahead and do steroids, test me too. And you were the guy, y'all said, no, you don't got to get tested because Triple H don't got to get tested. He been BS the whole time. He's one of those Hulk Hogan dudes that been putting people down. It's him. The faces of WWE, they always make it those guys. The Ric Flairs, the Hulk Hogan. If you put people down and you like that type of stuff, they will make sure you're known forever. And I hate it. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You can finish. Somebody else can say something, please.
Oba Femi is also part of this crew that we're talking about, right? And I would love to see Oba Femi on the main roster maybe in a particular group that needs some muscle. I don't know. I'm not gonna say New Day or nothing like that. But he could be somebody's muscle. But like you said, the problem is when you compare him to other people that they're trying to put on the fast track. If you compare Obafemi, and you talk about Trick, if you compare Obafemi to Braun Breaker,
yep,
they're not, bro. They're not in the same class.
Nope.
They're not. They're physically intimidating. They're not in the same class. He could be. I hate to say it because it's the Boogeyman. It was actually a wrestler called the Boogeyman, but he could be WWE's Boogeyman, as in the big bad guy, in which people are afraid of if they did it the right way, and they won't. And they won't, because they won't give him that much power. There's no dominant phenom in wrestling, period. There is no.
Cody Rhodes.
Shout out to Cody. How easy is it for you to have a dominant phenom? It's always been a dominant dude like that. We don't even have one anymore.
You say Omos? Oh, okay.
Shout out to the Battle Royal. That's not going to do anything. It's career.
Queen and Travis, y'all got anything to say about these dudes, man? Like, it just gets on my nerves, bro. Seeing this stuff, seeing this
I'll just try and
man.
say quick while my thing doesn't cut off. Basically, like I was trying to say earlier, yeah, it's really awesome watching. I was actually watching the Canelo
Carmelo
story. Sorry, Carmelo. I keep saying Canelo every time, like Canelo Alvarez. The Carmelo storyline. And as I said, it was actually awesome watching them both develop on the mic the whole time, and then watching the stuff that they're currently doing now, even though I do feel like Carmelo isn't getting as much mic time as he was obviously back then, because he was kind of he was kind of A, and then Trick was B, and now that he's gone, Trick has decided that he owns NXT over there, which again, the way that they're talking on the mics is that they make it all very plausible and believable. Like everything they were saying was just, I was interested, I was engaged, I wanted to see what was going to happen and stuff with all the next segments. And so I feel like, just like you were saying the other day, I think maybe we're watching the wrong show, for one, possibly. Because as I said, the NXT talking, everybody on there was talking great. Like everybody was doing great, especially when they had the 7 brothers out there, I think.
8.
But 8 brothers out there. But including the ref. But as I said, obviously we need to see more from this, because this is the whole reason we complain on this show, is that we don't have representation. And there was a lot of different representation of it. There was like a Nigerian dude. There was like, everybody had different styles. They weren't just one kind of black person. They were all different kinds of black people, which again, because we're multifaceted people.
You had light-skinned brothers, dude, that like they were like mixed and all black. You had all the
kind. You had Nigerian dude, you had city dude. Like,
I don't see color. He don't see color.
Yeah, you don't see color. But as I was saying, though, real quick, is that, one, I wish we had something like this on Raw, but we know why we won't see things like this on Raw right now. And that's why they need to change Paul Levesque's position. We need more actual writers that aren't even people with WWE. I want people that have written a show before, okay? Mm-hmm. Like people that understand how to write a story and then take the combat in the story and then remeld it. We need a rebrand of that. Because now they've gotten too used to, well, all we got to do is make a story to get to this PLE. All we got to do is make a story to get to this match. All we got to do is make a story to get to this belt. We got to worry about getting the belt off this person in so-and-so amount of time so people don't get bored. That's boring. There's a formula now, and now we can see there's a formula because it's stupid. I don't want to keep seeing Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. I definitely don't want to see Becky Lynch and her little weird, her whole thing is weird. I don't understand. Her whole thing has been weird to me. I'm tired of seeing her too, and that other girl, Lyra, that can't talk. And then remember, they changed the rules of the match because Lyra said something different, and then they changed it. I guess
Lyra said that if she loses, she cannot battle for the IC title ever again. And then they changed to as long as Becky had the championship now.
And they didn't even say anything about it or say there was a change. They just were like, "Oh, we'll just act like they don't remember." And I'm like, "But I just saw that. I can go back on WWE's YouTube and go look it back up." So It is. Okay. But whoever's on NXT is cooking. Like whoever over there is helping write and stuff, they cooking. Like I think you said Shawn Michaels over there as well. But it's the fact that whoever's in their writing department is obviously cooking, and they're adapting to who's on the roster. Like they're actually looking at the roster and seeing who has chemistry together and finding ways to put them together. And then obviously what we're seeing is that those people have natural chemistry together. They're like, "Oh, okay, you want you and me to go against each other? All right, we'll figure out something that we can say when we come out there." Yes. Like I saw the thing earlier with the Nigerian brother and the other dude and Trick earlier, and they're all coming out. It was all 3 of them. And even though they all had different styles, it was but it still led to the point. It led championship off of you or whatever. Like they got to the point still.
And it's a bunch of black guys over there on the top. And it's not a force of black guys on the top. It's just a lot of black talent that's the top of the cream of the crop right now.
That's what I was gonna say. You can tell a lot of these people are.
Yeah, when a Braun Breaker returns or something like that, he'll get pushed. You feel me? A Ricky, what's his name? Ricky, what's the guy name? Ricky Saint. Yep. He'll get pushed and all. You feel what I'm saying? When they get there, it's
Ricky Saint.
But there is a lot of black guys right now at the top. Use them and keep moving. Like it just is what it is as a talent. You feel me? But it shouldn't have to be a race thing. It should be. Yeah. We should always have representation because they're black wrestlers. They're awesome. They're great. Yeah. Bro, there's no. From seeing Javon Evans, there's nobody in WWE, NXT, TNA that's more athletic than him. There's nobody I've seen more athletic. This dude. That's what I'm saying. This dude is ridiculous, and to have him like not even be on the main card,
but especially because a lot of these dudes are in their 30s, so give them their push.
And I was gonna say that about Trick. Trick is now in his 30s. Why isn't he being pulled up? Why are you still using him now on TNA? When you bring him up, you're gonna say he's too old, and he can't have a belt and all that stuff because he's too old. That's what I'm saying. Like this, it doesn't make
you old.
It's like they really need to be when they're like I was telling you before when they. Raw and SmackDown, they need to be pulling people from NXT and putting them in their spot. Then
what they need to do, and I'm gonna keep it real. Triple H, if you're watching the show, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice right now. You bring Trick Williams up, and you make Melo and Trick Williams run SmackDown like they ran NXT. The same thing. You do the same exact thing of what they did, just them fighting each other, fighting and get different titles, and then they break off and all that. Because obviously, Trick Williams got more of the body and all that pause. You feel me? He's the taller dude. You know, he's what they wanted. They wanted Diesel to be that same way when he was with Shawn Michaels. No, Diesel just wasn't a good enough worker and all that stuff. Like it is what it is. He ain't sell enough. You build off of them, Trick and Melo. Let them run the show, bro. They got enough catchphrases and all. Like it will be. They be selling merchandise catchphrases all over the place.
Like you want somebody to sell T-shirts. Like
let's talk about it and all that. Like everything over and over.
Watching it. Like at the end of the day, they've already done all the work for you. Just give them the push. They've already figured out their character. They've already figured out what you can sell about their character. They figured out how
Melo
you can
don't miss.
Storyline.
I'm him.
Melo don't miss.
All that stuff. Like all this stuff is. I'm coming through in the fourth quarter and all. Like they got it. Why are you?
Sometimes it's in your face. Like sometimes it's in your face of, well, what's your excuse? Because Rhea Ripley can't fucking talk.
She can. I mean,
Valkyria can barely fucking talk.
But
some ladies over there can barely talk.
Hey,
you got men that are excellent on the mic.
Shout out to Rhea. Yep, go ahead, Bia. I was gonna say shout.
Because I was gonna bring up Lash Legend, and her and Nia Jax were having a low key, a great little rivalry, in which I'm confused about because now Nia Jax went on show.
Lash does a great job
for the championship. So like, wait a second. What happened to Lash? Is Lash coming up? Are you going to fight her? Then Lash comes to SmackDown and interrupts your match. Don't just leave Lash out because she proved over and over. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. She proves over and over again. She belongs on the main roster and keep pushing her back.
Shout out to the ladies. They get love down. Some of the best workers in wrestling.
For the main show, she always performed.
Always, Travis. Lash is legit. But shout out to the ladies. They're some of the best performers in wrestling now, just in general. Not even just lady wrestlers. Some of the ladies are some of the best wrestlers. I always hear like the promotion, like not saying Io Sky, not saying Rhea Ripley shouldn't be considered great wrestlers, but to call them the two best, like these might be the two best wrestlers in wrestling, and not the disrespect Bianca Belair. Like Bianca isn't her. What are they doing, man? I don't get it. It's Bianca Belair is right there. Triple H will deny money. I feel like he'll say, "Nah, bro, I'm gonna go against this. I'm gonna go my hardest to make it work without going with this." So I don't know, man. But anybody else got anything to say about it before I move on?
Nah, that was the end of my statement.
Nah. Shout out to that, man. They gotta get it together, but shout out to Playback for that, man.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the
Did it freeze?
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
Shout out to Playback, y'all. I had something going on just now recently for the Orioles game. I don't know if it's still going on. I might have left too long, but also we had Queen doing She Talks Otaku next Saturday. She gonna change the movie. It was Dragon Ball Super Broly. Got the drop for it. I'll do it just in case. Go over there.
Great. So
yeah, go over there.
Go to the movie real quick.
And join Playback for free over there. We'll be showing movies, all kind of stuff. We still show all kind of things, and most of it you can watch for free as long as you ask for a VIP. But yes, let's move on to some questions and comments. I think we got a couple, and then we can move on in the show.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
All right. Shout out to DDP and True Classics. Like we got shout out to Greg in the building. He says Triple Mania was fire. Yes. He said the debut of El Demonito. Jesus, I guess the most difficult word in the world for me for a second. But El Demonito, what's the puppet that Finn Balor had? I told you the demon returning, Travis, just for you. And he also said Hamburger Sue, is that his name? Was a throwback looking like
Hamburguesa.
Was a throwback looking like a Team U Public Enemy.
He really was though. He had a hamburger with the shot on his shirt. It was pretty good though.
On Public Enemy, he did look like Public Enemy, and then Public Enemy got their ass up by APA. But with all that was an excellent show, y'all. I know we had some technical difficulties and all. We're trying to get past everything. Appreciate everybody for joining us for another episode of We Talk Combat today, though. If you're new to the channel, do us a favor. Somewhere near Travis's left shoulder is a subscribe button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, hit the like button and a notification bell so you're always ahead of everyone else when we drop new shows on Sundays or any other time. I usually post and all, letting you know what we have planned on for the next show. If we have any special guests, anything like that, we're still planning on new guests for you and more guests. Also, do us a favor as well. Follow us on We Talk Combat Clips as well. Try and get our subscriber count up there as well, where we do the condensed short versions of the show. So if you missed this show and you don't want to watch this for a whole hour and a half, do us a favor, watch the shorts over there, and then come back and watch the show as well and comment, like, do all that stuff. Always feel free to hit us up in the comments after the show, y'all. We do still respond, especially to these ones here on the show. If you anything that we talked about, if you're interested, if you have a feeling, just anything about it, comment, question, just let us know. We'll get back to you and let you know how we feel about it. If we don't, we'll get to you the next time or the next week. Also, while we're at it, I'm gonna start letting you guys say your shows and all. Follow us on Captain Crown as well. We do shows every Monday and Wednesday evening. We talk new and old school basketball. We have a great show tomorrow. If you're a Dallas Maverick fan, we have Slightly Biased on the show. He's going to talk to us about Cooper Flag and some other things with Dallas Mavericks. Also, Justin, tell them about this.
Yeah, we got Cause We Geek is me, my boy Rel, Big J, and Will. We talk all things geek culture, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and anything in between. Shout out to the Turtles that's coming out soon. Shout out to anything that's outside that scope. We're going to talk about it. So aliens and all that stuff. We talk about a little bit of everything. And that leads me to Get Off the Damn Fence. Now, what is that? That is with me, my brothers Calvin and Larry, and we talk about all things sports culture, sports and sports entertainment alone. So it's just a wonderful time. That's on Wednesdays. Because we geek Tuesday nights and Saturday mornings.
Just follow everything, y'all. If you like this, you'll like all the other shows we are part of. Travis, follow him. He does comedy sketches. If you don't know, follow his name _Travito_ on all socials. He's going to actually try to do some sketches for us as well, so we can put on this channel. So it's not always the live videos. We'll be doing some maybe some regular just videos we'll drop where folks you can be entertained and laugh at him. Maybe start doing some promos and things like that. We're going to kind of spice it up for you guys. Follow Queen as well on her socials. She does a whole bunch of posting and things. She just started TikTok, got into that craze. Help out over there. Also, her link for her GoFundMe. I'm sorry, I'm saying GetFundMe. GoFundMe for her. She's actually beating stage 3 breast cancer now. Her last scans didn't show any tumors anymore, so congrats to that. Her next session should be her last chemo session, so we look forward to that, and she should hopefully be ringing the bell soon. So if you want to, if you don't even have to, give us anything or anything, you're always welcome to share. If you can share, that's enough. That's awesome. If you can share that GoFundMe. But other than that, y'all, it's myself, King. I got BA with me, Queen, Travis. This is We Talk Combats, where we talk all things combat, sports, and entertainment. We are the best damn review combat show on YouTube. We are the blackest and the realest damn combat show on YouTube. And with that being said, we'll see y'all next week. We out. Peace.